Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. My question of today is, if you could only hold one coin for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Let me know in the comments section down below. And having said that, make sure you also press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Why not? Today, we're going to be talking about the Ripple IPO. It is very important. You guys need to know about it. And an article was just posted which got a ton of attention. Ripple will go public after the SEC lawsuit. So today, I want to tell you guys exactly about what I think is going to happen, why I think that's going to happen, what the consequences of that are going to be, and what information we have. Starting off, XRP price at about 139. This is the platform we're trading on. It's called Bybit. If you're in the US or UK, make sure you use a VPN. A link is down below. And just the general platform link is down below too. You're also supporting the channel by using that. So I posted on the 21st of April, Brett Garlinghouse said there is no ETA for a Ripple IPO in the US, as the US SEC would have to approve that, and there is a little bit of a disagreement right now between them and Ripple. In Dusty BC words, let's wait for the lawsuit to be over, and then we'll talk about the next step. If you're wondering where this is from Brad Garlinghouse's recent interview with Thinking Crypto. I watched the entire interview and I went over every specific point, just talking what he said. I tried to put that into tweets for you guys, so again, you don't have to watch a whole 50-minute interview. I did that for you. That's, again, everything that's written down here. There was only one tweet, I guess, that did go pretty trending. It was this one. Brad Garlinghouse said Ripple's 3 to 5 year plan has changed from moving billions of dollars to adding a couple of zeros behind that. That's literally his words, and I like this little meme right here. So 3 to 500 years? That's pretty funny. Now, what's our, I guess, information before that? Well, let's take a little bit of a look. So here is January 23rd, and I guess this one also works out, January 24th. Ripple's IPO could come within 12 months, suggests CEO. And here again, basically, it's natural evolution. It's going to be coming in the next 1 to 2 years. Specifically, SVP of Product at Ripple, Ashish Birla. Let's quickly see if we also have it in here. No, we do not. Okay, so Ashish Birla said, in the next 12 months, you'll see IPOs in the crypto/blockchain space. We're not going to be the first, and we're not going to be the last, but I expect us to be on the leading side. It's a national evolution for our company. This is actually not Ashish. This is, oh yeah, again, you can see here by Brad Garlinghouse. This was Brad Garlinghouse who said this, saying they're not going to be the first blockchain/crypto company to do an IPO, but definitely not the last. And again, he was basically talking about the next 1 to 2 years. Ripple pretty much says that they plan on going public in the future, which makes sense because in December of 2019, Ripple had their largest funding round yet, called Series C, with Tetragon and whatnot, which is the last step before a company can go public. I certainly wouldn't expect it anytime soon. I would expect it in 1 to 2 years. And that's actually what he said. Again, 1 to 2 years. But basically 2 years is what's most known out there. This again is another article. It basically says the same type of tweet though. It's just a natural evolution and it's logically going to be following on. Now, Ripple CEO, this is December 3rd, 2020, so a little bit later, super hopeful of Biden administration will hold off exiting US, no IPO for 2 years. So this was the start of 2020. This was the end of 2020, and in here you can basically see, if we scroll down a little bit, let's quickly see exactly IPO likelihood for 2 years from now. On the topic of moving the company's base to another country due to a lack of regulatory clarity, in the US, Garlinghouse said Ripple doesn't have a strict timeline to make that decision. He is super hopeful of the Biden new administration, which will have things like climate change on the radar, bringing XRP to the attention. Ripple is also not going public anytime soon, which Garlinghouse originally predicted to be in 2020, but the pandemic slowed things down a bit. Quote, I think 2 years from now, the likelihood is Ripple would be in the public markets, he added. It's going to be interesting, huh? So this was actually before the lawsuit actually came about, and that most likely shoved the plans a little bit. Here's another article which came out a little bit later. This is actually on the 26th of April, and I kind of believe that this is also partially having the Coinbase IPO in it. Let's quickly see here. Just like the aforementioned lawsuit, Coinbase's listing has also been seen by many as a game changer for the industry. Will a Ripple IPO be next, however? Commenting that the listing was the Netscape moment for crypto, Garlinghouse clarified that any such IPO will require the SEC's green light. Any such plans will have to wait until the present case is resolved, he added. The executive also expanded on other spaces the firm has been dabbling in recently, but think about it for yourself, right? Like I just said in our our tweet just now, Brad Garlinghouse has confirmed here, and it's also quite logical, that an IPO couldn't be here right now. It couldn't come soon, and since the lawsuit is going to definitely take a couple more months, you also have to think about goodwill and just how people evaluate your company. They probably wouldn't buy into a company which just got out of a big ordeal with the SEC. You'd probably get into it, or go for an IPO, I should say, at your prime spot, which will most likely be when Ripple has a couple of things going on for themselves and basically is a little bit further into this whole CBDC ordeal, or basically XRP's traction is a little bit higher, where they've got fully clarified, which once more is a prerequisite, because as the SEC stands right now, they couldn't even file an IPO because, well, the SEC does not agree with Ripple's practices, so they wouldn't be able to go public because the SEC has to approve that. But yeah, no, 1 + 1 makes 2. It basically means Ripple's going to at least wait for this lawsuit to be finished and then build up some credibility, build up some use case, show some utility, show some strength. So, by the way, this will only work properly if they actually win it. If they actually lose it, they'll have to either move or think of something else. But that's a new thing entirely, and we'll see as that comes. So this article, now you have all the back-end information. Ripple will go public after the SEC lawsuit by SBI CEO. The title itself is really logical, right? Ripple will go public at one point or another, and it will definitely have to be after this lawsuit. Who is Yoshitaka Kitao, though? He is the CEO of SBI Group. It says here SBI Group in the pre-title, but it's basically SBI Group. He's the CEO of that, pretty huge over in Japan. And Ripple and SBI also have a joint venture called Ripple SBI Asia. And he used to be, again, Yoshitaka Kitao, because they already have a big partnership, on the board of directors over at Ripple. And he's previously stated that XRP could hit $10 and that XRP/Ripple are going to be huge. He stated a couple of things. Now, a month ago or so, maybe a couple months ago, we actually saw him on the board of directors being replaced by another guy, which is actually the CEO of SBI Ripple Asia. So if you wanted to know about that, that's been, shifted. But that's basically who he is. Really big man, all right? Not necessarily tall, but a really big man. You guys know what I mean. During an earnings presentation call, Yoshitaka Kitao, the CEO of Japanese financial giant SBI Group, said that Ripple would go public, adding the founder, Chris Larsen, wants the company to move in such a direction. Quote, after the current lawsuit, Ripple will go public. Chris wants to do that. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse claimed that the company would be on the leading side of the IPO boom back in Davos, January 2020. Quoting again, in the next 12 months, you'll see IPOs in the crypto blockchain space. Yeah, I guess it wasn't even in the next 12 months, huh? It took a little bit extra time. But that's also because of the whole CV situation, I guess, that still did not completely clear up within this year. And I guess the Ripple lawsuit as well has kind of halted for them. These plans, however, have likely been shelved. While the shares of the crypto exchange Coinbase are already trading now live, Ripple is currently embroiled in some nasty fight. SBI Group, Ripple's largest outside shareholder, has long been a strong supporter of XRP, which is treated as a crypto asset in Japan. Again, they've been properly regulated over there. As reported by You Today, its shareholders can receive the token as a benefit for the second consecutive year. As if you're a shareholder there, you can actually get some benefits in XRP, I believe dividends maybe, or something like that. Back in December, Kitao has opined that Ripple's legal predicament in the US wouldn't have any major impact on its business dealings globally, as 95% of Ripple's business is outside the US, at least 90%. And discovery fights. In the meantime, Ripple insists that the SEC has to produce its internal communications in a recent letter to Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn. The matter will be discussed during another telephonic conference that has been scheduled for April 30th. Point being, we know an IPO is coming up. We definitely know it now. There's no question about it. It's just confirmed in any way, shape, or form. It will definitely not be before this lawsuit is over, but it will most likely not be long after it, because if you think about it, they want to be there as soon as possible. And again, as soon as possible can kind of seem, with some parentheses around it, because they want it as soon as possible at a prime spot, which will most likely be a little bit after the lawsuit is finished and it got some traction again. But then again, also not making sure that all other companies have already basically done their IPO, because they want to be, still one of the pioneers of it. And also when I think crypto is still booming, because if you're going to do it while crypto is going down, that's definitely not your best step. So what does that mean for the price? Well, if you think about it, right now, a lot of the people want to involve themselves with Ripple because, well, Ripple's building a lot of use case for XRP, and Ripple just has a lot of good plans and is changing the world's technology, but they can't. And I'm definitely waiting as well for just one point or another where we can just kind of spread our money into the company that's arranging a lot of the use case for it and the company itself. And on a different sense as well, Ripple sounds to me like one of the biggest technology, or biggest, I guess, fintech companies in the recent world, or new world, whatever you want to call it. So I want to be involved with that, right? So if you think about it, well, if they go public, there's going to be some huge demand for it, which, again, if they get more money, they also have more funding for XRP, which would be good. And they would also get a lot more attention to crypto because all the people involved with Ripple, all the money going in there, are automatically involved with XRP. And you're not going to buy into Ripple, the shares, if you hate crypto, if you hate XRP. So all the companies, the big guys buying into it, again, that they want to buy into the newer payment system of the world, will also have to be involved with XRP in some way, shape, or form, which I think is really bullish. So if they get something done in terms of IPO, it will definitely be a really big thing and will definitely be good for the XRP price. However, it would not turn around the entire tide. For example, if there's a bearish run, it will probably not lift them up, but in the end, I do think it will be extremely, extremely bullish, and let's hope for it because I would personally invest. Let me know down below, would you invest in a Ripple IPO, yes or no? And what do you think about it? I personally think, though, it's going to be really amazing if it gets through. I don't see any negative sides to it. I really cannot see any negative side. You might say the price is going to tank. Well, why would it, though? Are the shareholders going to sell all their stuff? Depends. If it's going to be a direct listing, then it's going to be different than if it's going to be an IPO, but I think it will be an IPO. Let's see. Let's wait it off. I think it's going to be juicy, though, and I want to get myself some stock of that, too, if I, get that far. But we'll see. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very nice day.